back to Who's Line Is It Anyway. Tonight's winners are Ryan and Greg. Ryan and Greg are the winners. They're going to play a game with me called Newsflash. What happens is Newsflash is there are news people in a newsroom. I'm going to be the guy that's in the field. I'm going to be standing right over here in front of this green screen. The trick of this game is I don't know what's on the green screen, and only the people watching the monitor knows. I can't see the monitors anywhere, and I have to try to guess what's on the green screen during the course of the game. So, Ryan and Greg, whenever you're ready, take it away.
I'm Thomas Guide.
And I'm Mark the Page.
And we've got Drew Carey out in the field. Drew, can you hear us, Drew?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. It's a little windy in here, a little noisy, but I can hear you pretty good.
Really? How are you feeling right now? Has there been any change?
There's been quite a bit of excitement since this morning. Boy, people are drinking like crazy, let me tell you that.
Drew, are you in any sort of danger at the moment?
No, not that I know of. They seem to like me pretty much. And they like my deodorant. So they pretty much leave me alone, whoever it is.
Can you characterize your feelings right now?
I feel very alone. Alone and lonely.
Drew, you're the king in our book. You know that.
Do you have any solutions personally for this?
Oh, no, I leave that up to the experts. I don't try to tell people what to do. I'm just a lonely country reporter.
Well, Drew, do you have any idea whether it's a red bum or a blue bum?
Is there monkeys behind me?
Do you have any idea? Take a big guess.
There's a giant King Kong or something, right? I can't believe it worked out. Hey, thanks for watching Who's Line Is It Anyway? Now let's go to a game called Newsflash. This is for Ryan, Denny, and Colin. What's going to happen is Ryan and Denny are going to be two anchors in a news studio. Colin's going to go out to be in the field to be the field reporter. He's going to stand in front of the screen here in the studio. As you can see, it's just green. He can't see what's behind him, even if he looks right at it, because it's only going to be green to him. But we can see what's going to be on here in the studio and on these monitors, and he has to try to guess what it is. Ryan and Denny are trying to give him hints, and whenever you're ready, go ahead. Good luck to you, Colin.
So a little breeze on it doesn't bother you?
No, not at all. I like it.
Oh,
sorry.
Hello. We interrupt the show for a special news bulletin.
Yes, we've got Colin Mockery out on the field reporting live. Colin, how are the conditions out there?
Well, as you can see, things have just gone beyond all... I mean, look! It's unbelievable what's happening here. I am afraid for my life.
Colin, do you have any idea how this whole thing started?
Well, it all started at a revival of The King and I starring Jerry Springer. From then, it just spilled out onto the streets and chaos, chaos, chaos.
Now, Colin, I noticed that you're somewhat appropriately dressed. Are they accepting you as one of their own?
Yes, I've had no problem fitting in. They seem to think I'm one of them.
Really? Now, I've got to ask you, is it difficult for you to keep your professionalism in this midst of all of this that's happening here? Do you feel tempted to join in?
I am so tempted. The only thing that's keeping me back is this incredible sense of dedication that I have, or I'd be right in, look, right there. I'd be right there. Right there, right now. But I'm here to give the news. That's what I'm here for.
Colin, I understand there's a twist to this story?
Yes, there is.
What would that be?
Do I know what it is?
Yes.
Well, of course, all these people are from the Senate.
Really?
That's the twist.
Colin, I know this must be a real beach for you to be out there, and we appreciate all the information you've given us.
Yes.
Colin, when do you plan on leaving?
Well, right after the tournament.
What tournament is that?
That would be the naked volleyball.
You want to give it one more clue for Colin? He's so close.
I understand they've caught some fish in a net.
Yes. And I tell you that it was bingo at this beach party. Yeah.
Hey, we're going to have a commercial. When we come back, we'll have lots more. Whose Line Is It Anyway? So go away. Ryan and Brad are going to be two news anchors in the studio, and Colin is going to be in the field as a reporter covering a breaking news story. The problem is he's in front of this green screen over here. He can't see what's behind him, even if he looks right at it, because it's only going to be green to him. However, through the magic of television, we'll be able to see what's behind him on these monitors in our studio, and you'll be able to see what's behind him at home, and he has to guess what it is. Ryan and Brad, let's go over to you guys in the studio, see how it goes.
I just colored it around the ears a little bit, a little grayish. I think you look more dignified.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin. Colin, can you hear us? Colin?
Yes. Can you believe this?
Colin, for our viewers at home who might not be familiar with this goings-on, could you please be very descriptive about what you see out there?
Well, apparently it all started over some nude pictures of Dr. Ruth on the internet. And from there, this happened. And that, and some of this, too.
Colin, do you have any favorites there?
Well, I'm kind of partial to this one. But I haven't actually been on the scene long enough to build up any kind of rapport.
Now, I don't know much about your expertise, but what do you actually call those things?
Well, I call that one Frank. And Terry and Jill.
Now, pretend I'm a complete idiot, which isn't very hard. If you were going to call that by its official name, its technical name, what would you call that?
Well, of course, the only technical name I know is the Latin one, which is Pucalacus Malacus.
Looks like more fun than a barrel, eh, Carl?
It's amazing. And you know what? They also do a show every Thursday night. It's amazing to watch, and the drinks are free.
Is that the... I understand Michael Nesmith's making an appearance in that show.
That's right. And the rest of the monkeys will be right behind.
Right. All right, that was great. Now, let's go on to a game called News Flash. This is for Ryan, Denny, and Colin. Ryan and Denny, you're going to be two news anchors in a studio. Colin, you're going to be in the field as the field reporter, covering a breaking news story. Problem with him is he can't see what's behind him on the screen. Only we can see it here in the studio, and our little studio monitor's there, and he can see it at home. And he has to try to guess what it is behind him and where he is. So whenever you guys are ready, start the scene, and let's go.
Is it easier if you're drunk first?
Yeah, although I usually feel bad about it.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin. I'm Jim Furley.
And I'm covered in fur.
And we're going out to the scene live with our news action reporter, Colin Mockery. Colin, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. As you can see, things have quieted down a bit. But about an hour ago, it was just nuts.
You know, I never believed I would see this, but I'm starting to believe it now.
I tell you, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Colin,
I still can't.
Colin, what started the whole thing here? How did this start up?
Well, as far as I can tell, it all started with a price check. And then I don't know how it escalated to this, but I haven't seen this much action since my wedding night.
Colin, there's some concern that children are watching and this could be scarring. Do you have any advice?
Well, we all have to grow up sometime. Better they see it for themselves rather than learn about it on the streets.
So, Colin, have you had a chance to sit on any knees and get any interviews with anyone?
Pardon?
I said, have you had the chance to sit on anyone's knees and get any interviews from it? Actually, I said it better the first time. Colin, to get off the subject, have you been good this year?
Oh, I tell you, I've been better than most.
Now, is it easy for you to hear anything? Because apparently there arose a real clatter.
Yes, that's for sure. I tell you, this is amazing, and you got to be careful when they're flying overhead.
Can you describe what was just happening behind you right there, Colin?
Well, perhaps I'll just let the picture speak for itself. It's so hard to describe what's going on.
Well, Colin, it looks like you got there just in the nick of time.
That is so true. And I should really check that clause in my contract.
Yes.
Because I don't think I should be doing this. can't quite.